Let's cut right to the chase, guys. Let's dispense with all the hype, all the hysteria, all the BS propagated by the four-letter network regarding Bracket Buster Saturday, okay? Bracket Buster games are simply made for TV games that have absolutely no meaning, no purpose in life today other than to rob you of your money. Because they are among the toughest games to win in college basketball all season long. Don't confuse these made-for-TV events, these bracket buster games, with the more easily winnable games that you're going to find in the big dance when you have non-conference teams meeting left and right throughout the tournament. Let me tell you guys, NIT tournament games are easier to win than these bracket buster games today. Hell, the other meaningless postseason tournaments, the ones where teams pay their way into, the CBA tournament, the CIT tournaments, and those other little tournaments, that the alphabet soup tournaments, I always call them, that aren't part of the big dance, aren't part of the NIT postseason tournaments. Those tournaments are easier to win than these bracket buster games that you're going to see today. Now, don't get me wrong, there are occasionally a few good games today. I mean, look at one of the first ones on the docket today. Drexel taking on Cleveland State. I mean, these are two mid-major teams that are both among the best in their respective tournaments, our conferences, the Horizon League and the Colonial Athletic Association, that might be on the outside looking in because those two particular conferences might only get one bid to the big dance. But they're two evenly matched teams. That's why the line's so close. And let me tell you, it is literally going to be a pick'em affair between those two teams. But then look at the other games that are being played today in this alleged bracket buster huge Saturday game. I mean, seriously, do you know anything about Buffalo and South Dakota State? Oh, how about Stony Brook and Northeastern? How about William and Mary and VMI? No? How about Illinois State and Oakland? Now, there are some teams you know something about. Old Dominion and Missouri State. But how many times do you find yourself playing Old Dominion when they're playing Colonial Athletic Association games, or Missouri State when they're playing in the Missouri Valley Conference? McNeese State and Southeastern Missouri State? Do you really care? Siena taking on Hofstra? I mean, seriously, guys. Listen, if you're not paying attention to these particular teams and the conferences that they're playing on, why in the hell are you going to put money down on these teams when they're playing obscure teams from conferences that you're not paying attention to either? I'm the first guy to say that the way you make money in college basketball is to concentrate the most where the odds makers concentrate the least. But that's only if you know what the hell you're doing, and if you're concentrating on these particular teams to begin with. But these bracket buster games, yes, they might help a few of these teams maybe make an impression when it comes tournament selection time, when all the big wigs are sitting there a couple of weeks from now trying to cherry pick teams that are going to get invites to the big dance. But all they're going to really do, guys, and take my advice on this, all they really are going to do is pick your pockets when it comes time to bet today. Hi everyone, Al DeMarco here, and this of course is going to be your Saturday video report. Listen, I've got a couple of free picks coming up in just a moment. Gave you a free winner on Tennessee, easily hammering Arkansas in Knoxville a couple nights ago. Can Tennessee get the job done on the road where they've got just one win? But it was a big one. After 7 straight road losses this season, they beat Florida and Gainesville in their last road outing. Can they get the job done today at Alabama? And I'm also going to take a look at Notre Dame. Winners of 7 straight. Can they get the job done in Philadelphia tonight against the Villanova squad that has lost 9 of its last 13 games? Those are the free picks coming up, plus money saving discount coupon code. That'll save you hundreds of dollars if you use it the right way. That's coming up in a minute, but let's talk about who's hot and who's not among the hot handicappers here on today's card. And guys, Shawn Michaels, you may recall, Wednesday, hit a rare 100-dime release in college basketball. Only the 6th ever 100-dime college basketball release of his career. And it was only the 2nd ever 100-dime college basketball teaser. And how easy was it? Notre Dame hammering Rutgers and Tennessee hammering Arkansas. He didn't even need the teaser in that one, as both sides won easily straight up. Well, today, the 7th ever 100-dime college basketball release. This one isn't a teaser. It's his 2012 underdog game of the year. And he says he would not be surprised if this underdog won the game outright. And it's a road team to boot. It goes on the daytime card. Shawn Michaels, 2012 Underdog Game of the Year. And by the way, FYI, 100-dime winner, number 10 out of 14 overall for Shawn. And that's all sports combined. Another guy that's been red hot, no pun intended, Anthony Red. Past 31 days. 1 month of action, guys. A-Red has gone 31-15. 31-15. And in that 31-day stretch, $10 bettors have won $3,737. Not a bad take for A-Red. 12-5 run with 50-dime releases. 11-2 run with 25-dime plays, including 7 in a row in college basketball. So you might want to check Anthony Red out. Bob Valentino, just like Shawn Michaels, not an everyday handicapper, guys. But when he's released plays, he has certainly delivered today. 75-dime college basketball winner. Number 5 out of 6. His 2012 college basketball blowout of the year. His most recent 75-dime release, a winner, St. Joe's over Massachusetts last weekend. And that's what, Bob Valentino has. Chuck O'Brien, winning day number 21 out of 31. Not a bad month for Chuck O'Brien for sure. It also happens to be his 30-dime winner, number 19 out of 24. Now see here, Chuck, Bracket Buster Game of the Year, but he is looking at one of the more marquee-oriented games on today's Bracket Buster card. St. Mary's out of the West Coast Conference against Murray State. One-loss Murray State. $10 better has won $2,720 the past 30 days following Chuck's advice, and I think he's already hit 3 of those 30-dime releases so far this week. So those are among the hot handicappers you ought to check out. Oh my goodness, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention how Dom Chambers has been doing as well. The Dominator, because I know he gets ticked off when I keep talking about Dom Chambers that way. The Dominator, second biggest college basketball play of his career. Winning day number 7 out of 8. 80-dime college basketball winner, UNLV and New Mexico. Remember, just last Saturday, 80-dime winner as well, as he cashed in with San Diego State, getting 10 points, easily covering in a 2-point loss at UNLV. Can UNLV beat New Mexico for the second time this season? Hammered them in the first go-round, or does New Mexico, which just got revenge against San Diego State, one of their 2 losses in conference play this season just a couple nights ago, can they do it again, this time against the Rebels, laying 5 points at home at the Pit? Check it out from Dom Chambers. Guys, listen, money-saving discount coupon code in honor of today's Bracket Buster games. We are going to go with this coupon code. It is going to be Bracket20. Bracket20. B-R-A-C-T-E 20. Oh, Jesus, did I spell that wrong? Can you believe? That's what I get for doing this in the middle of the night, guys. B-R-A-C-K-E-T. B-R-A-C-K-E-T and the number 20. Bracket 20. Put it all together. That will save you 20% off your total purchase. What? Jesus, it's getting worse, guys. I'll tell you what, I got to get some sleep every now and then. Bracket 20. Bracket 20. I'm not going to spell anymore. I'm just going to hold up a cue card and spell it out for you. Bracket 20. B-R-A-C-K-E-T and the number 20. Smush it all together. Bracket 20. Bracket 20. And that will save you 20% off your total purchase price. And guys, you should know it by now. I do this every single Saturday for like the last 7 months. It's cost us a fortune. It should have saved you a fortune by now, god darn it, because that will save you 20% off your total purchase price. And again, you must use that coupon and put everything in your shopping cart at one time in order to get 20% off your total purchase price. And you can mix and match. So let's say Dom Chambers, okay? Dom Chambers, if you had been following his plays, the last 102 days, a $10 better has won $5,550. So over a 3-month period, a $10 better has won over $5,000. So let's say you wanted to make a long-term commitment to Dom Chambers and you wanted to pay 100 days of a service, because the past 100 days you would have won over $5,500, right? So 100 days of a service costs $969. You wanted to buy 100 days going forward, right? You would save nearly $200 using that 20% discount coupon, buying Dom Chambers action today. But you can mix and match, guys. You can also go in and buy Bob Valentino's play today, right? And you can save, like, 20% off the total purchase price of his play today. Save almost $15 off the purchase price of his play as well. You can mix and match whatever you want. You have to put it all in the shopping cart at one time, though. You can't come and buy one thing, 2 hours later buy another. Put it all together in your shopping cart at one time. You could save hundreds of dollars at one shot. Once again, Bracket 20. is your money-saving discount coupon code, no space between bracket and the number 20. Let's get to your 2 free picks. First of all, the Notre Dame Villanova contest is at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. It's not at Villanova's campus tonight, okay? Notre Dame opened up at 1. They're now laying 2. I still think this is too cheap of a price. I mean, what more can the Irish do for you? My goodness. In revenge, they just hammered Rutgers in South Bend earlier this week on Wednesday night, 71-53. They have now won 7 straight. Among those 7 straight wins, 3 straight road wins, 4-point dog. They won at West Virginia. At UConn as an 8.5-point dog. They went outright. They hammered Seton Hall as a 6.5-point dog. What can you say about Villanova? Major problems offensively all season long. They're coming off a 65-51 loss to South Florida. Lowest season output in terms of points. Their top scorer, the number 4 scorer in the Big East, Malik Wayans, out with a knee injury, averaging 17.8 points per game. Another starting guard, James Bell, averaging a little over 7.5 points a game. He is out today as well. Their only win in their last 5 games, they had to go on a 33-12 run to end the game to beat Providence by 2 points at home. Meanwhile, again, Notre Dame has won 7 straight games, all in conference, and in that stretch, they've given up an average of just 55.3 points a game, holding opposing foes to just 38.3% shooting. How about Jack Cooley? The 6'9", 250-pound center for the Irish. I mean, he's been on a roll. Not only did he have that monster game against Rutgers the other night, 22 points and 18 rebounds, but his last 3 games, 22 points. He's averaged nearly 15 boards a game, 17 offensive rebounds in that 3-game stretch. Remember, top 4 teams in the Big East, regular season finishers, get the double bye in the Big East tournament next month. That's what the Irish are shooting for. I love Notre Dame. I think 2 points, it's a cheap price to be laying with them. Listen, guys, I told you at the top of this report, I took Tennessee at home the other night against Arkansas. I know the Volunteers have struggled, but what a job Coach Martin has done in his first year rebuilding this Volunteers squad. Not a lot of talent at the outset of this year, but this team is gelling at the right time. And the right time to take them on the road, especially since they beat Florida to complete a season sweep of the Gators, 75-70 in Gainesville in their last road game. The right time to jump on them today on the road once more at Coleman Coliseum in Tuscaloosa is today against Alabama. Listen, Alabama is playing hardball. They've suspended a number of their players, leading rebounder, leading scorer. As a matter of fact, their leading scorers and leading rebounders. Their top 2 players in both departments still suspended for today's game. Tony Mitchell and JaMychal Green. Combined, these 2 guys are averaging 27 points, 14.5 rebounds a game. They've missed the last couple of games. They remain out today, but that's not the only problem for Alabama. It's a team that has a lot of injury concerns as well. Andrew Steele, who just returned from suspension, one of their guards, sprained ankle in practice a couple of days ago. He may play today. He may not be at 100%. Trevor Relaford left practice on Thursday because of a blow to a head. He may play today. He may not be at 100%. Yes, this is a Tennessee team playing with a lot of confidence. They opened up as a 3-point dog and went to 3.5 to 4 points here overnight. So you may be getting extra points with the Volunteers in this one. Again, you're playing with a team with confidence. Alabama hammered to an injury-riddled Florida team, 61-52 at home on Tuesday night. They had lost to LSU on the road, 67-58 in the game prior. Both of those games, minus Green, minus Mitchell. So again, they are struggling. And remember, Tennessee has some beef up front, 6'7", 265-pound Jerome Maimon, averaging 12 points a game. 6'8", 258-pound Jarrell Stokes, averaging 8 points a game. So that's the beef for them. I think this is a great place to go ahead and take Tennessee. By the way, Alabama really struggled with their shooting as well against Florida. 4 for 16 from three-point land. Only hit 12 of 24 free throws in that game as well. And this is an important game for Tennessee in terms of getting some respect for, enhancing their big dance opportunities. True, they've got to win a few more games. They have to have a decent performance in the SEC tournament, but keep this in mind too. Tennessee's RPI number right now is about 105. Alabama, despite their troubles, they're still in the 33-34 range. So if Tennessee can get the road win today, that really enhances their postseason chances. I like them in this particular spot. I think it'll be a low-scoring game. I would grab the points with the Volunteers. Notre Dame, Tennessee are your freebies. Bracket 20 is your money-saving discount coupon code to save you 20% off your total purchase. Good luck, guys. Catch you again on Sunday.